Friends, I've got my gray blanket behind me because we are looking at a super blonde wig. This is a budget-friendly human hair wig from Emma Hairpiece. I've shown tons of their wigs. I really love that they have like truly budget-friendly human hair. This is EM18. She's a blonde ombre bob that dries wavy. We're looking at the air-dried version right now. And she currently retails for $369 for Remy human hair. And I can save you 10%. So if this looks good or sounds good, then stick around, I'll tell you all about her. My name is Denise. I'm also known as Hey Wig Sister on Instagram and Facebook. I partner with Emma Hairpiece from time to time to bring you budget-friendly human hair wigs. I think this is the 7th piece I've shown from them, maybe the 8th, and I have heard tons of great feedback from wig sisters who have purchased from them. They have a really good return policy. There is a little bit of a fee to return to them, but it is a way to maybe try some pieces that you're not sure if they will work for you or not. I know that some of you wear synthetic and you haven't tried human hair, but you're curious. And I know some of you just really haven't found much success with synthetic, and human hair is the type for you, and this could be a way to save some money. I will put some details below, a link and a coupon code to save you 10% off any purchase at Emma Hairpiece. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. Now I decided to show this one air dried as opposed to styled because I think she air dries really great. A very soft wave, slight frizz, nothing excessively frizzy. If you don't like the air dried look on this one, you can absolutely curl it. You can take a flat iron to it. You can style this the same way that you would style your bio hair. And that is one of the great benefits of human hair wigs. I always wash human hair wigs when I receive them because I want to be able to show you how they air dry. And the reason why that can be important is it can give you some information about maybe what you'll need to do to that piece to make it wearable. For those of you who have avoided human hair because you don't want to have to deal with styling them, some human hair wigs dry beautifully and really don't require any styling. I could wear this one just like this. I think it's kind of the perfect summer, kind of casual, air-dried, beachy wave. I put no product in this one, but I think if I were to use some curl-enhancing product, I have a couple of favorites, I'll link them below, and use my curly girl method, which I believe I show in another video I did showing how I bring curls out in one of my curly human hair wigs, so I can link that as well. But I really do think you can get a little bit more wave out of this one, if that is what you're looking for. So wavy or straight, this one really can do it all. Now this is a 13-inch lace front, also known as a lace frontal. I have some footage where I can show you what the lace looked like when it came. I did cut the lace because on most human hair wigs the lace comes like this long and you do have to cut it. I've been asked in the past, why don't they just cut the lace? Some people like to cut the lace to their own hairline or to their own specifications. So I have heard from many wig sisters who appreciate that they have the opportunity to cut their own lace. And with a 13-inch lace front, one of the challenges is the lace goes all the way beyond your ear. The beautiful thing about that is if you do not have any bio hair at all, you can glue down or adhere that lace all the way down to here, and it will give you the appearance of a hairline all the way down to your ear, so you can tuck it, you can pull it back, and that's wonderful. For those of us with some bio hair, that can be a little bit of a challenging thing to deal with. I have a video showing how I cut my 13-inch lace frontals back to work best for me. I cut them way, way back, and then I pull my own bio hair out to blend in with the piece, because I love the way that looks, and I feel really confident with my wigs like that, and I think it looks really natural. And I'll link that video below, because the first time I got a lace frontal, I had no idea what to do with it. Went back in the box it went, because I didn't want to have to adhere that lace every time I wore it. And now I know how to deal with it, and I made a video to teach you. Now on a piece like this, my bio hair is a little bit darker than the actual wig and even than the root. it's graying, so I can make it work. And what I would do is take a little bit of blonde root touch-up powder. My favorite brand is Style Edit, and I would just paint a little bit of that root touch-up powder right here, and that's going to lighten my hair just slightly, enough that I think it will be fine and blend just fine. I have a video where I talk about that as well, and I can make sure that's linked below. But if you are like me and you want to be able to tuck your wigs, but you don't always get great coverage or your bio hair shows, root touch-up powder can make a world of difference. I can wear every color and I can make it work with root touch-up powder. And you see, I can tuck this one. I mean, it's just wonderful. It is a low density piece, very flat to the head. There's that top. And let me show you the lace. Make sure my hairline isn't in the way. That's the lace. They did a phenomenal job with this one for less than $400 for a Remy human hair piece that is going to outlast your synthetics by potentially 5 or 6 times. That is amazing. So there is all of that parting space. So you can part it. It's just like a mono top on a major name brand. You can part it anywhere on the very top. It has no ear tabs, so do keep that in mind. Most lace frontals, sometimes they're called lace frontals, sometimes they're called 13-inch, like a 13 by 4 or 13 by 6. Most of those do not have ear tabs. If you need ear tabs to blend your, or to, cover up your bio hair or give you good coverage, then just don't cut this lace back as far and dab a little adhesive to make sure that stays in place. If though you have bio hair, I mean, you can see I don't have much. I just leave this little tiny bit. I buzz the rest of my head because I just don't want to deal with my terrible thinning hair. And when I'm not wearing a wig around the house, I just tuck this behind my ears. It isn't ideal, but I did it the other way for years of buzzing it all off, and I really missed blending that hair. So if you have hair to blend, the ear tabs really aren't a big deal. And glasses are so much easier to wear with a wig like this. We have combs on either side. So if you do have bio hair, you can tuck the comb. That'll give you some security. We have a comb in the back. They don't bother me. You can cut them out. I would just take a seam ripper and cut them out, but they just don't bother me. And we've got hook adjusters. Looks like one of them came out on me. And this also has lace back here. I did not cut this lace yet. Let me see if I can. With the super blonde, it's hard to see. So this lace right here can allow you, if you wanted to glue down that lace in the back, you could pull the back up into an updo and it would act like a lace front except on your nape. I personally will just cut this all the way back. I don't do that with my wigs and I don't find that I need it, but it's there in case that is something you want to try. And then the rest is closed wefted, as you can see. Hold on, let me hook this back in. If I don't hook it back in, then I'm gonna have some challenge with it's staying on my head. And I mean, seriously, throw it on. I would take a rat tail comb to pull out my little bit of bio hair. That's not blending right now, but will when I use root touch-up powder. And I am ready to walk out the door. This wig is, in my opinion, incredible and a perfect summer wig. Now for those of you who only have synthetic experience, this does not have permatease. Permatease is only in synthetic or heat-friendly synthetic wigs. Human hair does not have permatease. So you're not going to get a lot of volume out of this one. It doesn't have the hair or the density. So if you're looking for something really voluminous, I don't think this is the right piece for you, but it is incredibly natural and super, super lightweight. That's why I say I think this is the perfect color and style for summer. So if you're looking for beautiful summer hair that's gonna not be super hot and heavy on your head, this one could be it. And let's talk about fit. Now, this piece comes in a small and a medium cap. I have learned over the years that I do better with small caps with these lace frontals. I find lace frontals to be a little bit, they run maybe slightly bigger and they fit a little bit more loosely on my head. And so I tend to get a size small in lace frontals. Part of that is because I do cut this lace back so far and I blend my bio hair. I don't really need this coverage right here. This is fitting me perfectly. I do have it cinched in, one notch on either side. I have a 21 1/4 circumference, and I'm not getting like extra maybe a little bit of extra cap up here. So I would say you could be a little bit bigger than me over the top of your head and still be able to wear the small cap. Some of this is trial and error. Cap fit is somewhat objective and somewhat subjective. Some of it depends on your comfort level, how snug you like your wigs, how much coverage you need. Your head shape and size matters. So you may have the same exact measurements as I do, but the wigs might fit you a little bit differently. If you have a different head shape, maybe you've got a flat occipital bone or a more prominent occipital bone. It really all varies tremendously. So I try to give you a sense of how these wigs fit me. My measurements are always in the description, but there will be some variation. Right, before we get to color, I just want to summarize. I think this wig is worth every single penny. Most Remy human hair wigs are over $1,000. I would say a ton of them are over $1,500 or even $2,000. This one being $369, subtract 10%, is such a great deal, and it really will last longer than your synthetics by a long shot. Keeping in mind the 13-inch lace front, in my opinion, is not necessarily beginner friendly. That's why I made the video that I made. But if you've never tried a 13-inch lace front, it isn't the same as one of the major name brand wig caps. It does take a little bit of more work, a little learning curve, but I have found that it is well worth it for how I like to wear my wigs. All right, let's talk about color. This one, they call this, I've got it up on my computer screen over here, they call it an ombre platinum. This is a very bright blonde. Right now, this is looking whiter to you than it is in person. It is very light, but it is not white. And between the super dark background and all of this lighting, this is gonna look a lot whiter than it is. But it is definitely a very light blonde. And I'll make sure I get outside so you can see it in natural light. And it has the softest root. It is rooted, but it is a soft root. It's like you already had blonde hair and you dyed it platinum. That's what I think of. And while I wouldn't call this yellow, I do tiny, it's not as white as it's looking. If you use a purple shampoo on a blonde wig like this, you can get it to be a little bit more ashy. This isn't yellow, but for my blondes who like super ashy blondes, you could do that with purple shampoo. All right, let's get outside so you can see this outside. I am so happy to have this review done because I really want to start wearing this one, and I don't like to wear wigs too much before I review them because I want you to be able to see what you'll get. And I like to start messing around, maybe cutting a little bit of layering in, you know, that kind of thing. And this is going to be a great wig for summer when I have a tan. So you can bet I'll be bringing you an update on this one. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, Emma Hairpiece, for sending this to me. You guys, they're wonderful and I appreciate their partnership. It really allows us to learn about lots of different options. I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Okay, friends, I am braving Snowmageddon for you. We didn't have snow 3 days ago at all. Now we've got about a foot and a half. It's been snowing for 3 days straight. You can kind of see it's snowing a little bit even right now, but I gotta get this filmed. So, for those of you who care, I have my chicken boots on so I can protect my feet. There is this color. It's tough. It's really bright out here. It's really white out here. So it's really hard to show, but hopefully you're getting an okay sense of it. Remember, there's that root. Really great job. I love Emma Hairpiece because they do a really good job and they represent well what they are selling. They don't steal pictures from the internet and then try to duplicate them. And that's why I like to show their stuff and why I trust them. All right, there you go. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.